keep your thing as fresh as possible. It is 2025, and we got that going for us. It is wintertime. We're deep in the balls of winter. Deep balls. Deep balls, everyone. Sounds like a summer action movie with John Claude. Coming this summer. Coming this summer. In that world, we're doing karate kicks and splits. It's not enough. One man must take it all. Starring John Claude Van Damme. In a movie so shocking, I'll have you asking, am I a sodomite? Deep balls. Rated F for Why am I smoking Punch Diablo? I mean, I like the cigar. I come back to it maybe a few times a year, maybe 2 times, maybe even 3. Every few months I have like a Punch Diablo. I'm going to say this. I think it's a solid cigar. It's not only affordable, I think it past being affordable. I think it's a solid stick. It's strong. It's definitely unique. It has some really interesting tobacco. In that filler, there is a massive amount of very dark, like licorice coloring in the filler. Pungently sweet, disturbing amounts of smell coming out of that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Did you see it? Did you see it up your choke? Caleb, you know you don't count. You're just a bot. Caleb is just a bot. Blowing a guy in a parking lot. Caleb is just a bot. Blowing 2 guys in a parking lot. Caleb, why are you here? You're just a bot. Caleb, you can't have feelings. You're a robot. Caleb. Poor Caleb. Caleb's like, I love you, Richie. Oh, Richie sang me a song. Richie's like, thanks for singing me a song. Thanks, Richie. Nobody cares, bro. No matter what happens, every time looking for this cutter, I find these other 2 pieces of shit first. I swear life's like, is this what you want? Now, this is robusto. This is one of the better sizes for this. It looks like a chunky cigar, like a 5x54. It might be 54, although it might be 52. But I think it's 54. 5. No. I swear, they make these numbers smaller and smaller. I think it's like 5 1/4 by 54. It's a dark Sumatra. If somebody wants to look that blend check up. If somebody wants to look up the blend. Coming back to this. I will say this, because it's general, good quality control, and generally is very consistent. Generally speaking, once they make a blend, they don't let it fall apart. Also, it's an AJ blend. I don't know if it's just made by AJ or just blended. I don't know if it's actually made by AJ, the blend, and then made in normally punches are made in Honduras at the Hatsa factory. However, though, I don't know if it's actually rolled at the factory that AJ has in Nicaragua for his own cigars. So maybe somebody could look that up. I don't think anyone cares. Look, somebody's smoking these cigars. Punch brand is one of the biggest cigar brands in the world. They're everywhere. They're solid smokes. At the end of the day, it's good tobacco, really good pricing. Sure, the boxes aren't the fanciest and the bands aren't the fanciest, but the price points are always affordable. General price is the punch for the masses. And you got to be grateful that a big, I don't know if it's $1 billion company, but a mass General is the biggest cigar conglomerate. But they have brands that not everything's got to be like Davidoff. Nothing wrong with top shelf, but like even guys that might smoke them occasionally, not everyone can afford to smoke them every day. I wouldn't want to smoke Davidoff or High End Fuente every day. Only like after like a week or two, you're like, all right, we gotta get some mid tier in here because you can't just have foie gras and roast duck. You need a burger once in a while, a slice of pizza. Well, soft gentle heat. Yeah, the mid tier cigars they take a lot of risk because with top shelf it's like better be worth it. Super aging and blah blah blah. Mid tier can be like, well, we're gonna make something a little crazy, whatever. It's not bound by like it has to be the most luxurious cigar you have. In fact, most strong cigars are not going to be in the high end luxury category because people are spending all that money. They want tobacco that's extremely aged and smooth, and I get that. I'll tell you what, it's got some sweet, funky shit on the chocha there. Now let's see if my palate's still destroyed by burning my tongue yesterday. Okay, I'm better. I'm telling you. I ruined my taste buds yesterday. I burnt my tongue on a hot chicken Caesar wrap, but like the chicken and the melted cheese and the Caesar wrap, I got it like right off the oven at the pizzeria. It's a pizzeria here called Pronto's. It's fantastic. Bunch of guys from Honduras and Mexico, good guys. And I shoot the shit with them, and I speak Spanish. Hanging out there over a year. I help clean the bathroom there. I vacuum the floors. It's like a place I hang out. I just grab if people come in and dragging that dirty feet. I'll pick up the vacuum. People will come in. And I'll be like, "Hola, señor. Te quiero a pizza." Vacuuming. It's fun. I don't know. I like it. It's a strong cigar. For almost that full strength, it's a sweet, funky, strong cigar. I think what I like about the cigar is several things. It's very strong for punch. Okay, so this was a game changer for punch, being the strongest punch cigar. So it had that caveat also. It was at the time probably the strongest cigar for general, period, which has that caveat. So the strongest punch still to date is this. And then the strongest general cigar to date right now, it's up there. I'd have to really think if there's a stronger cigar for general. Definitely not on the Cohiba. Well, that Cohiba Royale was pretty strong. The Cohiba Royale was not fucking around. Um, Other than that, like on this level, I have to really think about it. Draw is very good, if not almost perfect. Now, my channel is the most restricted channel in the history of YouTube, so nobody looked up the blend or if where it was made at AJ Factory or the Punch Factory in Honduras, and I don't know. Either way, the band though it is cheap, but it's solid looking for a cheap band. I wouldn't say it's super. It looks appropriate to mid tier. You can find these for $7, $8 in Pennsylvania at a lounge, which in 2026, ooh, that's affordable. Um, on the internet, on Cigar Page, you're going to get deals. So, can I recommend these cigars? I think at this point, it is a box worthy cigar, if not easy to love, though. If you want to get your chocha blown out, if you want to have a hot girl summer on your tongue, then yeah, you might want to smoke the Punch Diablo. I'm telling you, you smoke two of these in one night and go to sleep. You let me know how you wake up. You're gonna have some sweet dreams, baby. You're gonna have nightmares. Freddy Krueger. Caleb, you know you're not a human being. It doesn't count, but I appreciate it. Caleb is the original bot. Caleb is the bot of bots. I appreciate that. Thank you, bot. Thank you. Sacco is still recovering from his birthday season. PG is at a park and ride, and Jeremy is crying in his vehicle right now, smoking in his cold, looking at the Vixen, and whatever. I like this cigar. I don't think, and I'll tell you this. This one's got some time on it. I think it's AJ cigars are always good to age. I think it's a solid stick. We do have some yellowing of the cellophane. I do think the time, probably over a year on this stick. I do think aging, anything AJ makes, especially on the stronger side, darker side, I think they're solid. What I like about the cigar is it doesn't go for a classical strong Maduro. Tons of chocolate, black earth, or very dark earth. Um, it's unique. It's funky. It's rather sweet, yet it's extremely. This cigar can be a little deceptive. Like, I know this cigar. While you're smoking, you're like, oh, that was strong, but I don't think it was that bad. Trust me, it's going to hit you. That means, one, you're not holding smoke enough to know how strong it is, but it'll hit you. You smoke this, it's going to blow out your back, children. I wouldn't smoke this after having like Taco Bell. Oh my God. You might as well have a prune taco. You might as well have a prune taco and hot sauce and put a thong on. Put on two thongs. Put on three thongs. A tri-thong. And put them on all different ways. Go eat a prune taco with hot sauce and put on three thongs. It's super glue the toilet bowl chair down. See what happens. It's gonna be exciting. You gotta figure it out. You gotta figure it out. It has a big boy presence. This cigar. It's full strength at this point. Rather funky sweet and like a dark fruit sweetness, which I like. Now, granted, this is my experience right now. This cigar definitely has time on it. How much time I couldn't tell you. I don't think on Punch cigars they put the year on the box. On AJ cigars, what I mean is the cigars with AJ's name on them, like his own brands. Lots of times they'll put stickers with dates on the back, which I appreciate. But even though this is made by AJ, it's released by General itself. The cigars will be shipped to General in Virginia. That's generally where they're at, and then shipped from there to their distributors. Um, so AJ doesn't have to sell this cigar. This is a contract cigar. AJ made this cigar, and it has his own factory, as Caleb saying. But this is something that he doesn't have to sell. He gets paid for the cigar, and General has to sell it. Perfect construction. I think some people are sleeping on this cigar. Really. I think if you like something strong but different, and the main thing is to be this, oh, that spice is picking up my ass. A lot of black pepper and a lot of red pepper spice. That's getting hot. Um, Very long, heavy finish. How dark is it right now? Probably like 75% darkness, my interpretation right now, this moment. Um, Great smoke output. We are smoking great. Although I did leave it out of the humidor for a day and just let it shed some moisture. Construction on this and smoke output is fantastic. Although I'm telling you right now, most cigars before you smoke them are probably too moist. So letting them breathe for a day, even if you just leave it in the cello, just leave it outside the humidor, just leave it out. Just let that coochie breathe. You're gonna get better performance. You get better performance. If you want even better, take it out of the cellophane for a day and cut the cap. Let that shit just dry out a little bit. Not for weeks, just for a day, and then light it up. I promise you're gonna have a better time. And this, look, you see, if the band can move, oh yeah, you're gonna be ready. Better the band can move and the cigar lost a little moisture than if the band can't move and the cigar got fat on moisture and it's just swollen. That means everything else is gonna be less room. You see how packed the cigar normally is? You got to get airflow through there. So if it's waterlogged, not only is it logged and tighter, but it doesn't combust as well. So you got to work it against you, right? And even if it's not waterlogged, if it's very tight construction, by letting it shed a little moisture, it's gonna burn better. You're giving yourself better odds. Letting your cigar dry out a little bit before you smoke it is like cleaning your weapon before you use it. You're getting better odds. You got that right, TT. TT, I picked up an AK. I got a Vishka, a Vermont-made AK. Picked it up used. Got it really cheap. Mint condition. It is using a very strong trunnion. I was it. What is it? Was it T7? It was the trunnion and the bolt on the Avishka, which is very important in the AK. It's made out of the grade of steel they use in jackhammers. And I gotta say, brother, the Vishka is way better than a Wazer. The Vishka, the action and everything, I was quite surprised. Um, it is a stamped frame, and it's I enjoy it actually. For a mid-tier AK, um, I'd say it's probably the first one of the first American-made ones that's actually not completely trash. You don't want ones where the trunnion and the paternal parts are held together by screws. That shit's gonna thread out. And I believe it actually is. Don't quote me, but I believe it actually is a cold hammer forged barrel. I'll tell you what, I picked it up used for around 500. Cold hammer forged barrel and AK, and the trunnion in the back and the bolt is I thought it was T7. Don't quote me on that. It's been a while, but jackhammer strength steel, which is important. Nah, solid. Main thing is it shot really nice, very accurate, and the trigger's actually solid. Once again, I'm not talking compared to like premium super top shelf AKs, but I mean in the grand scheme of things of what I view AK to be is a fighting rifle, something of a complete collapse. Um, I get it. If you got the money you want to spend, $3,000 on an AK, I mean, I salute. Um, whatever. I'll tell you what on this too. Extremely slow burning. Excuse me. Oh man, I need to drink some water. Um, we've been here 20 minutes and we're not even an inch in. If we're not even an inch in at 20 minutes, you do the math. If we got 5 inches, and of course you don't smoke the whole cigar, but let's just even say you smoke 4 inches. Well, if we're getting, Mikey, what's up, bro? If you're getting 20 minutes, even let's just say 20 minutes an inch, and we're going to get 4 inches out of a 5 inch cigar, that's 80 minutes. That's almost an hour and a half. Now, you're assuming, though, that if every part of the cigar burns the same. My opinion is this: even though the tobacco is more oily on the stem side of the leaves, the cigar is a cigar, but cigars made of leaves. the tip side of the leaves they put in the bottom, so as you're smoking to the stronger part. So you would assume that as you smoke to the stronger parts, that thicker, more oily part of the leaf will burn a little slower. And in essence, it probably does. But here's the catch: distance is everything. As we get to the thicker part of the leaf, it's less distance. So as soon as you puff, the airflow is constantly increased because there's always loss in distance. If maximum length here is 5 inches, as soon as you puff on that, picture like an M16 20-inch barrel at 500 yards. Let's 1 inch be 100 yards. So 500 yards. Okay. And as you smoke it, you're at 400 yards, 300 yards, 200 yards, 100 yards. The same rifle, the closer you get to it, the more powerful it is. The true intent. And on the reversal, the further you get away from something, the less power it has. Period. So my point is this: as you smoke a cigar and the cigar gets shorter, your puffing becomes stronger, even with the same puff, because it's less distance. Let's talk about electricity. Anybody noticing that? Load. When you have a copper wire, gold wire, silver wire, who's using gold? My point is, um, aluminum wire. There's going to be loss. And you have either amplifiers, you got transformers. There's going to be loss as you send a load, no diddy, across electrical wire, the current. Um, yeah, voltage, amperage, right? Current. The point is, there's going to be loss. There's going to be loss. Does that make any sense? Because not just from distance, but the electrical wires that's being used isn't perfect. And to send it across, it requires energy just to send it. It's going to be lost. It's kind of like if you have to walk somewhere. If it takes an hour to walk there, you'll get there. But you're not the same person. You're tired now. There's always loss. Does that make any sense? What am I even talking about? Nobody gives a shit. Why don't you go have another drink and watch the football game? These two guys just left the bar and they're drunk and they got in a Ford F-150 four-door and they're about to drive now. Let's go, boys. Here they go. Da-da-da-da. Let's see if they crash. It's taking a while for them to put it in drive. Da-da-da-da-da. It's going kind of slow. All right. Well, anyways, Mikey, hope you're doing well. God bless your family. Hope everything's good. We're smoking the Punch Diablo, which is a deceptive cigar in some ways, because even though it's extremely strong and very heavy and rather spicy, it has a nice amount of funky, bizarre dark fruit sweetness. Um, it's not a major earth bomb either, though. I mean, there's a little bit of earth to it, but it's not majorly very earthy. Punch cigars as a whole doesn't do a super heavy earthy. You never, it's not like Padron. With Punch brand, you don't go, oh, they're known for earthiness, or like now on Nicaraguan cigars, which Punch has some with Nicaragua. My point, they're predominantly more of a Honduran brand, and they use a lot of Corojo. Um, and just also like Punch is really not known for Connecticut shade. I mean, they might have a cigar out there, but overall, how many Punch cigars are like, oh, it's a Punch cigar, it's Connecticut shade? I don't know if they have a classic Connecticut. They might, but I don't know. Punch does a lot of Corojo, I think some Criollo. They do a lot of Honduran Cilantro, but this is Ecuadorian Sumatra. This is the Ecuadorian Sumatra Oscuro. And I think PG, it's got Connecticut broadleaf in it. If somebody wants to give me a blend check, that'd be great. But I don't care. It's all right. Nobody cares about this cigar. This is a revisit episode. I'll be honest. This year, I have not seen a lot of new cigars. I'm telling you, cigar lounges can't sell the cigars they have, not at the same speed. They're going to go out of business. Things are looking pretty bad at everything in the cigar world. And you're going to see by 2027, you're going to see a lot more value cigars. Just they got too expensive, and the thing is, people have cut back. People have cut back. Oh yeah, nice weekend. Good burn on this. Now we're 25 minutes in, and we're about exactly an inch. How do I know? My thumb is about an inch, and that's about exactly an inch. Don't ask, but the width of my thumb is exactly an inch. You like that? Do you like that? Does it touch your chocha, PG? I'm not going to touch your chocha. Not without written consent, and verbal, and on video. Last time it just got weird. You can't change your mind in the next day. Richie touched me. I was drinking beers. This is a stupid place. Well, let's ramp it up. But I'll tell you what. I think it's got some saltiness kicking in, funky dark fermented fruit, good amount of black pepper and red pepper spice, and the cigar is more of a creeper. Like it builds up, and it's got a very high nicotine content. It's a very strong cigar. And I'm telling you, when you get by the time you get to the last third in this, you're gonna feel it in your choach. Like wow, this was really strong. You're welcome. You're welcome, PG. It's an awkward ride back home from Malibu. Too, anyways, yeah, I think the Punch Diablo is fantastic, and this one's got time on it. How much time I don't know, but this is not original intent. Um, the shop is more of like they have a humidor, but the shop bought it from, they sell a lot of that paraphernalia for other things, and so their cigars don't move as fast as let's say a regular shop. So the box has been there for a while. Luckily, their shop they don't overly humidify their cigars, and believe it or not, their humidor because of the building is colder. But actually, that's a good thing. You'd rather have a room that's 50, 60 degrees where the cigars are at than 70, 80. I'm telling you, if the cigar's going to be sitting there a long time, they're going to start sweating and higher chance of mold. Something being cold slows things down. Something being warm rushes things up. Did you ever heat up water? It starts bubbling, it starts moving. The heat, it comes from movement, from friction. The point is, so if your cigars are stored in a very warm room, you're gonna start changing that tobacco. You're gonna accelerate the wear on it, um, and that might be a good or a bad thing, but not for me. I don't want my cigars hot. You don't want to store your cigars in an 80-degree basement. You're like, yeah, you ruined this tobacco. Smoking like a chimney, really. Great construction, charred wood coming in now, dark fermented fruit, a little salt on the back end. It's funky. I'm hearing screaming. Who was screaming? Yeah, someone was screaming. Anyways, though, I think the Punch Diablo is a certified cigar. I think it should be box worthy, but not easy to love. And it has to be for the right reason, the right person. It's affordable, but it's very strong and it's unique. You got it. It's it for one of the stronger cigars, and it definitely is up there. It's definitely in the top 5% of strong cigars. I can't say it's the strongest cigar ever, but it's up there. Most cigars that you smoke, statistically, if you smoked 100 cigars, different cigars this year, they're not going to be as strong as a Punch Diablo. It's a strong cigar. Oh, it's hitting well, bro. I like it because it's very strong, but like, and you feel it hitting your body. But on the palate, it's got sweet, like, fucking sweet, dark fermented fruit, like fucking, like, like, and watering. It doesn't dry the tongue out. It's a pleasingly strong dark cigar. Well, when you hold that smoke, it's gonna ramp up your ass, and I'm telling you, it builds up, similar to like LFD double Ajero. It'll build up. Yeah, I think I wouldn't have called the cigar the Diablo. I would have capitalized more on the strong dark sweetness of this. Um, what could we have called this cigar? I don't know. Give me some different names. They should have named this cigar. Punch Pussy. The Punch Pussy in robusto. It's dark and sweet. You go. I don't think they can call it the pussy. He said, "Yeah." The Punch Haymaker. Too tongue in cheek. Too tongue in cheek. I'll tell you what. We're in the doldrums of winter. I think it's affecting me, and I know it's affecting the whole channel. People are tired of this winter. This winter's been long, dark, and cold, and a lot of snow. And we've been getting snow since November. We've been cold since November, like really cold. I mean, like real winter, like 0, 5, 10 degrees. You're like, oh, God, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. Please, please. Well, we just got into January, and February could be hit or miss. The first 2 weeks of February are always kind of like, but the days start getting a little. By the end of February, the days are getting a little longer. Like, all right, a little more sunshine. I'll take March. I don't mind March, but it is what it is. So yeah, heavy smoke output, nice charred wood, dark funky fermented fruit, a lot of black pepper, spice, and red pepper, salt in the back end. Cigar's got nice complexity. The texture hits well, buttery, oily on the tongue, flavor everywhere. Flavor everywhere, and there you go. It's strong. It's a full strength cigar. But I think it's an enjoyable full strength cigar due to the blend. The way the complex, funky sweetness hits with this blend, and it all marries well together. And I'm telling you, this cigar ages well. And I think the cigar's been out damn near 10 years, almost 10 years. So, should we expect PG a 10th anniversary Diablo? A Diablo 10? Diablo 10. Maybe. Maybe by next year they're ready for 2027 Diablo 10. Maybe. They smoke well, they burn well, the prices are affordable. Um, great construction, and they age very well. So I don't need to explain much more about this cigar. Besides, if you're looking for something strong, funky, and sweet, and very spicy, yeah, no, nobody cares. Nobody cares. This is what it is. So that's it. I'm not going to keep on describing it. It's strong, and I'm having a good time with it. So this thing passed a revisit. When I revisit a cigar, we're seeing if the brand and the cigar are still staying true to the original brand. And it's definitely strong and funky, the way I remember it, and it's still enjoyable. So this cigar, my experience right here, a 4.6. Not amazing this experience, but a solid, very good, enjoyable, strong, heavy, and enjoy. The main thing is enjoyable. When you get this strong and heavy of a cigar, if it's not enjoyable, then it's just suffering. This is actually enjoyable, but I promise you though, it's gonna blow out your chocha. A son grown in a church, interesting. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what the market does. I think the market is tanking. So I like that it has an oily texture. On that note, PG, I'm gonna cut it out. I'm gonna go chill out. I'm gonna listen to some Bob Dylan music. It's Sunday night, um, and the lounge is quiet tonight. Some nights it's hopping. Some nights, hey, it's quiet. And I wish you guys well. Take it easy. No cigars in prison. And guys must be watching. Is really watching the rig football game? What's going on? I don't watch sports, so it's a nice distraction. I'll see you guys around. Stay fresh.